Hello, my name is Mariana, and today this is a reading for Virgo. So, Virgo, as usual, I'm doing this reading with my own tarot deck, so the cards that you see are from this deck. So, Virgo, the energy of your reading is very funny. The mood is it's very happy, it's very joyful, it's very playful, and it all feels like this funny confirmation for something that you have seen, you have received, you have dreamed of, you have received some sort of intuition or knowingness. And I want to say it has to do with a person that either you love them really, really, it's like a lot, or it's like you're happy because they're now figuring something out. It's like they're receiving some sort of insight in regards to this relationship that is giving you, Virgo, the thumbs up that now they get it. Okay. And that is, it's almost like this very happy moment that you've seen. You've known this. It's like you knew that at some point this moment would come, and it's here and it's beautiful. So, we're beginning with the Ace of Swords, which gave me these words. I knew it, right? With that intention, with that kind of like emphasis of like just being proud of yourself or being happy that what you have received, what you have known, what you have seen is true, right? Also because the Ace of Swords, it's like it's the direction of truth. It's like you've been pointed in that direction. So in regards to this knowingness and a knowingness that pertains another, right? Because it's about this King of Cups. This King of Cups is the one that could have been a little bit oblivious in regards to this relationship with you, but you've known everything about this relationship, about this connection, about their feelings, about your feelings, about and it doesn't need to be something romantic. It doesn't need to be, somebody that is not really showing their feelings. It could just be the happiness and the joy of them receiving this download or receiving this insight that you've seen for them, right? So it's something that really touches you deeply in the heart space, because it's almost like when it touches their heart, this truth comes to their heart. There's something that it's almost like it's the necessary confirmation for you, Virgo, to say yes, your intuition was right. It's like what you have received, what you have seen, what you have dreamed of, it's right, it's true, right? It's like you were in the right direction, even in regards to somebody that could potentially have been denying or hiding or avoiding, saying something or expressing something about this relationship. You know, until this card came through, I was having this inclination of this is something that is very personal to you. It's not, it is in regards to somebody else, but it's your perception, your sense of I don't know if that's the right word, but righteousness is what I'm hearing. It's like your sense of knowing that what you have received is true, right? So it's your personal understanding, your way of comprehending the download that they're receiving, right? But then the next cards and the rest of the reading is just, it's like, I feel like something changes, to be honest, Virgo, when this one has this insight or receives this download. They shift from being maybe very nostalgic or very needy or very insecure, right? Maybe very emotionally closed off, right? It's like there's a turn where they become very expressive, and then they're very playful and very funny. It's almost like they turn into like this um it's like this comedian in a sense. Because with the Three of Wands coming next, what I heard was 1 + 1 = 3, but you know just saying like that, it doesn't sound funny, but in a way that I was hearing, it felt almost like the most obvious thing, but it's also the most delusional thing, and it's not. And it's like, it's almost like this person doesn't care what everyone is talking about them, or what everyone is going to say about this new perception of reality where 1 + 1 = 3 and maybe not 2, right? So there is a lot that now they know that they can co-create with you, but you've known this, you have seen it. It's like you already knew this from, maybe a long time ago, and you were just waiting for them to finally crack that code or understand that and feel in their heart. So now that they do feel, now that they do see, it's almost like something really, really shifts in their perspective, in their behavior, perhaps, in their way of demonstrating or even expressing how they see you, right? The direction that they see this going forward in the future. Because there is this intention of co-creation, right? Um, the three to me is all about co-creation, especially the Three of Wands. It's like there is a lot of fire, there is a lot of combustion. It's what I'm hearing. There's a lot of fuel involved, right? So I want to say there's like this shift in them. It's like they become more passionate, they become more expressive, they become more loving, they become more affectionate. It's like there's something that really, really, it's like you can see the difference, right? It's like, but you've seen that, so it's almost like finally it's here, right? Finally they are embodying this new perspective that you have known. And so yes, let's co-create. This is what you're saying, Virgo. I'm ready for this, right? And the initial stages, right after this shift, feels almost like let's co-create something in a very uplifting mood, in a very beautiful space, in a very it's like this very light hearted environment, right? Or atmosphere, because I feel like and I'm just trying to control myself, because with the Sun card, all I can hear is like laughter, just laughing so much, so hard. And I feel like this is awesome, because it's almost like this is the spark. This is what creates the combustion. This is what really ignites this co creation, right? It's like how funny or how fun, but funny is also part of the equation. It's like how fun this new cycle, this new phase, this it's not even a new connection, I feel like, because you've seen this. So you probably know this person a while, right? So it's like this new way of relating to them and them to you. And so it's lovely. It's like it's so uplifting. It's almost like it's, if here things were already very light and very funny, right? Because they break the ice with this hilarious but very truthful joke, right? So they mean it, but it's like they don't care what anybody else thinks. So it's almost like let's celebrate that, right? And so when it's like everything is like so sunny, it's like there is this sunny mood, right, to your reading, to your vibe, to their vibe. It's almost like maybe this wasn't their main characteristic, or it's like their main trait, right? Or the energy that they were used to embodying or expressing. But suddenly it's like they become, even though they're coming through as a king, it's almost like they become a child again, right? It's like all they want is just to enjoy life. All they want is to be playful. All they want is to co-create with you in this very energizing environment, right? And so what happens when both of you break in laughs, it's like it's just this, it's almost like breaking through laughs, right? Or through laughter. It's like laughter is part of this upliftment. It's part of this it's just turning things into like a more enjoyable get together, or a more enjoyable partnership, a more enjoyable experience together, right? And that's when the joke that seemed to be, remember that the Three of Wands was carrying the message of 1 + 1 = 3, right? Which mathematically wouldn't make a lot of sense, but energetically, it's almost like whatever message they receive, whatever download they receive, really changes their perspective and uplifts their mood. It's almost like it shines a light into something that you can do together. So the Ace of Wands, it's like bringing together three different aspects or three different ideas, or even like your idea and their idea, and then turning into something completely new because the three become one. This is what I heard with the Ace of Wands. So if the Three of Wands was 1 + 1 = 3, and there is laughter, right? It's just like funny. Then the Ace of Wands is three become one, which, it's almost like the three, it's almost like, oh my god, there is a lot of like numeric type of synchronicities all around me. I mean, I'm pretty sure that's really common, but it's really emphasizing the numbers, and I don't know why. I'm still trying to digest that and trying to translate, like really understand what is the meaning of that. But it's almost like something very profound that is symbolic, right? So it's like this new, maybe that's the new way of relating to them. It's like there is an aspect of them that you didn't know. It's like you knew, but you never got to experience like directly. You see what I mean? It's like, yes, you knew, yes, you saw in advance, but you never saw them in this light, right? It feels like they're very authentic, they're very free flowing, they're very like expressive and spontaneous. They're not holding back, showing their feelings, expressing their feelings. And so it's almost like they are saying, okay, yes, I understand how, it's almost like I understand how the universe works, right? The mathematics of the universe and how life is co created, like how souls come to be, right? In this human body, like how this embodiment here in the 3D happens, right? Because it's like sometimes I see the ones as like cell multiplication, right? So it's like this reproduction that is like the biology of the body, right? So it's kind of like that's how co-creation happens, and it's just uplifting. It's just so, it's so much fun. It's like it's really profound, right? Because we do have the Ace of Swords, but it's also, it's like it's very inspiring, it's very stimulating, it's very intriguing, it sparks curiosity and interest in both of you, right? It's like, okay, so what can we do together now to co-create this using all the information that this King of Cups received, but also the things that you knew, right? It's like, so you carry this knowingness that you have been not sharing, I want to say, right? But now that they know, it's almost like now you get to share also, and it's like just fun, right? It's like you want to spend the whole day just laughing because it's like you've seen this and now they see it too. So now you get together and you co-create something that at the end of the day becomes one thing. So it's almost like both of you are having your own individual intuitions, right? But really, it's the same thing. It's the same spark, it's the same idea, it's the same project, it's the same direction, right? So, and it's this truthful direction that is just there. It's like it moves both of you, right? It's like both of you are energized after this. It's like this very, very energizing encounter or meeting or day or like play date, right? It could be just like a fun day. So here, the Five of Wands, it's interesting because it's like they're all this fiery energy, right? All of this luminous, enlightened energy. It's like both of you are now aware of how, like, essentially you have received the same information. It's just that in sharing, you get to, it's like you get to the same realization, the same epiphany. And it's the epiphany that, it's like it connects to both of you individually, right? Because to me, the fives, they talk about the individual, the self, even though the Five of Wands traditionally could be seen as like this inner conflict. So maybe it's almost like this epiphany about overcoming some sort of inner conflict, right? Individually speaking. In this regard, I don't want to say, I don't know. I don't know if this is true, right? Maybe it's going to ring true for you or not. But it's almost like it's not the inner conflict about the other, right? Or the other about you. It's more about you with yourself and the other with themselves. If that makes sense. So it's not a doubt about like the relationship itself. It's more like this inner conflict about who am I, right? That is the big question. And maybe you have received your answer a long time ago, right? And you have been waiting for them to catch up, for them to receive their truth of who they are. So now that it's here, now that they see, it's almost like, oh my God, it's so much fun. It's like you can be yourself, I can be myself. We're both authentically just interacting, and it's just so creative, right? It's like this creative force that moves both of you. And so maybe it's even like discussing all of this inner conflict and how both of you have, with this realization that, it seems to converge to this one same thing. It's like the same epiphany that comes to both of you individually. It's like it's now shared, and now both of you get to, it's like just talk about your inner conflicts. And maybe specifically related to this one, maybe why did it take so long for them to feel whatever they're feeling and express whatever they want to express, right? Because here we're ending with another king, which is the King of Wands. So it is about both of you coming to this sovereignty, coming to this level of maturity that it's both very lighthearted, it's very perhaps moving and loving and emotional, but there's a lot of fire, right? And I want to say that this is you, even though Virgo, you are an earth sign, I know that, but you're coming, it's like because you've seen that, it's almost like you have tried to maybe control your own fire, or just it's like um it's like treat your fire, or treat your passion, or treat your anxiety even, right? Because you have been carrying this knowingness for maybe longer than your partner, than this other. So you have been just trying to keep cool, or trying to harmonize the energy, your own energy, maybe your own inner fire, your own inner conflict. But now that you get to be fully you, because now they get to be fully them, it's almost like the best of both worlds, right? It's like it's the best for them and the best for you, right? It's almost like now you're finally on the same page. Now you're finally on the same level of maturity, which is, it's like for you, it's almost like, oh my God, I've been waiting for this, right? There's almost like this when you try to hold back your energy, your excitement, but when finally it's like you receive the green light, right? Which seems to be this Ace of Swords, and also the Ace of Wands, right? It's like, oh my God, yes. So now let's play, right? It's like you're excited. They're almost like, oh my God. It's like they're just coming to this realization. So perhaps emotionally, it's like they're still undergoing a lot of, charge. It's like it's very charged with a lot of energy, right? But it's like fun energy. It's funny. It's supposed to be funny. It's supposed to be like this very lighthearted, very sunny mood type of interaction, and it's beautiful. And you've been waiting for this, right? So, Virgo, this is such a beautiful reading. I just want to keep smiling because it's like just the energy between you, it's gorgeous. So, whomever this person is, whoever is like, this other that you're envisioning, just have fun with them. It's just gorgeous. Okay, so I am going to pull more cards to see where this wants to go. And also, I'm going to pull from the astrological runes in the extended reading. So if you want to join me there, I'll be very happy to see you. You can find the link down below. If not, I'll see you next time. Bye.